Hello again, this is Mike Mulvena, azlessor.com. Today I want to talk briefly about legal notice. What is legal notice? So let's take a look again at the Arizona Residential Landlord-Tenant Act, and we want to look at the section that is number 33-1313, 33-1313. And it gives us a definition in section A. It says a person has notice of a fact if he has actual knowledge of it, or if he has received a notice or notification of it. So we want to talk today about how does one give legal notice to the other party. And so in Arizona, we find that many times a tenant is in need of giving the landlord legal notice, or the other way around. The property manager or the owner of the property needs to give the tenant legal notice for whatever the reason. Maybe it's a lack of payment for rent, or maintenance issue, or terminating leases, or whatever the reason. If you have to give legal notice, this section of the statute says that there are two ways to do it. The first is to hand deliver it. Now, hand deliver does not mean stick it under their windshield wiper. It doesn't mean slide it under the door. It doesn't mean nail it to the door like in all the old movies. Remember the evil landlord Snidely Whiplash in the cartoons, and he would, nail the notice onto the door. None of that counts. So if you're still doing that, you have not legally delivered the notice. How do you do it? To hand deliver notice means I take the notice from my hand and I put it in your hand. Okay, that's pretty common sense, but we need to understand it's hand to hand. So if I hand you the notice, then I have successfully delivered it. The other way the statute says we can deliver the notice is by sending it registered or certified mail. It does not require that the recipient sign for it. All it requires is that I send it certified mail or registered mail to you. And the law goes a little further and says, if I do mail it to you, that it is considered deemed delivered in 5 days. So let's make sure we understand how we count this 5-day period. If I deliver the letter to you by hand, it's delivered now. It's deemed received today. But if I mail it to you, certified or registered mail, then you start counting the next day. So today, for example, if it were Sunday, then tomorrow, Monday, would be the first day. So we would start counting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Friday it would be considered delivered. Now, it doesn't matter if the post office loses the letter. It doesn't matter if you refuse to sign for it. The law says, we don't care. If I can prove that I sent you the letter certified mail, 5 days later, the law says it is considered delivered. So tenants, sometimes you get those little notices that there's a registered letter for you and you decide I'm not going to go pick it up, and therefore it's not delivered. Not how the law works. So you might as well go pick it up because it's obviously an important notice, and the law says whether you pick it up or not, whether you sign for it or not, it's considered delivered on that 5th day. Okay, so please remember, we mail it today and we start counting tomorrow. So tomorrow would be day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th day, it's considered delivered. And that, under the Arizona Residential Landlord-Tenant Act, is how the law tells us we have legal notice. Now, what I do in my practice is I will send it certified mail, but I also will send a courtesy copy just regular first-class mail. Because I've discovered over the years that many times tenants will not sign for the registered letter or the certified mail, but they will open their regular mail first class. So I'm going to get them a copy in addition to sending it certified mail. Also, I can email a copy to them and ask them, hey, I just want to give you a heads up that I'm sending you this legal notice. It's coming certified mail, but just give me a heads up here on your email that you've received this courtesy copy that I've attached to this email. And if the tenant responds, or if the landlord responds to that email, then the law says, you have responded, therefore you have received it, and therefore you have knowledge of it. So sometimes if I send a certified notice and I email it and the party responds to me the same day, it's considered delivered that day because I have proof that they acknowledged it and received it by their response. So that means I can progress sooner instead of having to wait the additional 5 days for the official certified letter to be deemed received. So keep that in mind. I hope everybody understands, but the key to this really is make sure you start counting the day after you perform the act. So I mailed it today, or I hand delivered it today, and I start counting tomorrow, day one. Hope that's helpful. Again, this is Mike Mulvena, azlessor.com, and today we were looking at legal notice under the Arizona Residential Landlord-Tenant Act. Have a great day.